working on t-shirts today, and there was one and it says like, we got your back. And then it's crossed out, it says we've got your back. And then I misspelled grammar, spelled like crossed it out, put like grammar underneath it, and they're like, I don't get it. I'm like,
no.
Have you never had a paper graded in your entire life?
Paper grade? What is that? What is this red mark?
What is that? I thought it was very cute and clever. They did not think I was very cute and clever, and I was a little disappointed.
They didn't like it, huh?
No, it's fine. My feelings aren't hurt that much.
I wonder why my render frame suddenly decided to shoot through the roof. Oh, there seems to settle down a little bit. Welcome, everybody. We're live. To Manhattan. This is episode number 49. Next week is episode number 50. There's my computer doing that little sound glitchy thing it does.
I heard it big time.
I haven't, and it won't do it again the rest of the night. But there's always something that happens. It does it once. Something doesn't like something.
And then it just crawls back into the abyss.
Yeah, I haven't really figured out what it is. Who knows?
But at least you have your stage dad shirt on.
I do have my stage dad shirt on.
I made that shirt back in the day with my own, not blood, sweat, and tears, but there was definitely some sweat and there was a little bit of tears.
There might have been some blood.
That would have been all from you, buddy.
I had this little intro written, but I got so far behind I didn't get to type it up on my little thing. But it has to do with next week's episode, which is really going to be kind of a smidge of an episode and more of a, what did I call it? Taking a look back at Manhattan.
Aww.
And the start, which was the start of my long, strange trip. And plus a collection of some of our favorite Joel scenes and moments.
Oh, dear God.
Going back to when she broke into the doctor's office and ran into Sasha and Harvey and Blythe. And I'm not sure if Kennedy was in that particular group at that particular time. But
I don't remember.
I had you coming in the back door and had them coming in the front. I thought that was brilliant. For having been a GM for all of about a month.
And that was my whole first introduction into this. So the playing is bad. The acting is bad.
She still don't know how to play the game.
Nope. And I have no idea what's going on 9 times out of 10.
Textbook never cracked the cover. So it should be a good time with some of my cult weirdness, some laughs, and maybe even a few tears.
Aww.
And for patrons out there, I'm also compiling a timeline of the long, strange trip and putting all of the episodes and puzzle pieces together in a visual format. 1, so I can see it, and 2, so you can see it.
It's a pretty for you, but it's also very useful for me.
Yes. It's one of those things that I should have started a long time ago, but didn't. And that's okay. Let's see. We got some good stuff happening. If you saw the little teasers ahead of time, next week is 50. That's the Manhattan. I wrote finale. I'm not going to say season or series because you just never know with Curtis. And if we get a whole bunch of them together, we may have a Manhattan episode. Who knows? So never say never. I've stopped doing that. But next week, we'll end it for this run. And we will start the long, strange trip 0. You don't have to include the 0. I just keep putting that on there so everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's not your 0. It's just a 0.
Me and my subtitles. Let's see. We're doing the role play for Ukraine this week. So if you're donating, You should really save it for like Dying Order on Thursday, or the Heartland on Friday. Not Heartland. I'm about to get to it here. Dying Light finale on Thursday.
There you go.
And Heritage and Honor, the Werewolf the Apocalypse on Friday. Only because you guys see me all the time, so it makes them happy when they get the little things. Thanks for the sub, Kamui. 5 months in a row. Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo.
Yes. And Zoe Trooper, hello. Welcome. Editing, decided to drop in. You're always editing. It sounds like my world. That's all I've been doing for, I don't know, ever. I think I've just about got the how to play Mork Borg #1 character creation.
Do you need Uba to come in?
I've gotten all of its steps and explanation down that even with all of my video bullshit, it's 7 minutes.
I'm so fucking proud.
Now you might have to like pause if you're like doing it in real time. But
well,
yeah,
pause. It took us an hour.
that's coming out. And oh no, this is actually just, me voiceover through the talking through the rules.
Sure, not going to take you 7 minutes. There's no way. It took me an hour.
Yeah, you can do it in 7 minutes. You can actually do it in less if you hit the little scum brother thing, but I digress. Hello, Michael. Good evening. Glad to see you here. We may actually, I was just telling Erica, we might just be streaming to T-Dorf tonight, but open mouth, insert foot. That's what Curtis does.
It's a good thing.
Sunday is KULT Heartland. And then next week, we've got the finale of Mysteries of Zorse Academy and the premiere of Edge Runner Blues, the cyberpunk red. I hope I get all my words right. And T-Dorf 67, I don't know if he's going to be Tim or if he's going to go by GM Gatsby or what name he's going to be using when he gets up there. But he, our longtime friend and supporter of the channel, is now family and will be running the show.
He says he'll go by Tim. Just Tim.
Just Tim. Aw. I was hoping we were going to go with like MC McCool or.
I think you're the only one who likes those.
I know. I still stream like I'm on radio. Fallen Angels is coming soon. I don't have an exact date for it, but we're still pushing it. And Rin City, I don't have a date, but I do have 2 episodes that have been dropped in my thing. And Duke says, hang on, because he wants to massage Twitter a little bit. And
Ew, I don't like the way that sounds.
he's massaging Twitter.
I hate it. I hate it.
And then those are going to drop. So within the next week or 2, I think is the plan. Okay, so I think those were the announcements that I had. I'm going to get those out of the way now because I will spend a whole lot of time on them at the end. And I figured we might as well just get it all up front. Last time.
There it is.
On Manhattan. Let me pull up my little doohickey thing. Yep, I'll pull it up so that I have to
I feel like I got to open mine now.
I have to bring it over here to this screen so I can actually read it. Let's see. How about to get a little bit of mood music going. Joel took another step closer to some real enlightenment as she reviewed the mandate dossier and the VHS tape found at the University Medical Building. The most significant being that Uncle Sam isn't really her uncle at all. Right on cue, Sam Watson knocks on the door and attempts to explain the quickly fading memories. I don't know why I put that in there. It's something about fading memories. I forget, of how they are from 2 families responsible for keeping everything in balance together, the Callum and Urkala families. And I'll make that distinction later, are capital A, capital R, capital E, the demiurge, capital D. While Joel isn't one of the higher family members, she is one of their guardians and has a responsibility to help the mandate attempt to correct the situation. That may not be how Joel, those are my words. Joel didn't actually say that. I've just been kind of railroading her in that direction. Waiting for her to go, fuck this. The VHS tape is both the key and the map to a portal back to old Elysium. It also gave her the opportunity to try out her new wicked battle axe. Wicked in more ways than one. It will come in handy where she needs to go. Sam cannot accompany her there, but he does introduce her. I said take her to meet, but that's not going to work out for the narrative. So he does introduce her to Fletcher Douglas, a very short, skinny, hairy, odd man who will guide her through the locks and doors, which is just a metaphor. There are no locks, nor are there any doors, really. And into that new adventure. And that's what brings us to my narrative problem, in that I have a setup. I actually don't have a setup, but I have on screen at your house because I wanted to give you the opportunity to make sure that you packed everything. And also, Fletcher's going to watch the video.
Oh, okay.
Invisible Duke, welcome. Thank you for the subscribed. 27 months in a row. Oh, I bet.
Hi, Dookie. Hi, Duke.
Let's see how bad this glitches everything up.
Duke comes and immediately breaks everything.
No, I think old Curtis needs to resub.
If you haven't been subscribed.
Well, I do, but I forget.
You haven't subbed to the Twitch. You need to subscribe to the Twitch. That's how you get all of this stuff, and you need to just be subscribed. You can actually use your Prime, Amazon Prime, to do a subscription. You know that? I've been doing that for the last years. We've been doing this. So if you haven't done that, get on in there and get that done.
Oh, for crying out loud. Now it's making me, I log in and stuff. I ain't got time for all that. I'll have to do it off the clock.
Don't forget to do it. I'll remind you.
Well, thanks. I was going to say, it's already forgotten. So he watches the video. He does sort of block your view when it comes to that part where you saw the doctor last time, as if he kind of knows that's what's about to happen, because he makes like a little noise and like jumps in front of it and tries to like keep you from seeing the screen.
Little does he know I'm already little does he know I'm already turning around and walking away. I've seen this part. I'm good.
So he does. He was going to ask if you saw that part, but he only gets about half that sentence out as you say, "Oh, I already saw this shit."
Just start walking out of the living room.
Is the axe out in the open or is it out of sight?
It was out of sight. I think I had it still hidden on the couch where I was sitting and watching it. But then if I got up and left the room, like I'm getting ready to leave and little mole man is jumping in front of the TV, I probably would have just grabbed the axe about underneath the throw pillows and just walked past him out to the kitchen.
After he gets done watching the video, he says, so you got to that part. What happened?
A lot of really bad shit. What do you think happened?
Well, like specifically what happened?
Oh no, I got sucked in there for a little bit. Things were a little weird. What do you think? I don't know why. What are you asking?
Did you engage with Duga?
With Duga. Duga specifically? I don't think Duga specifically, but it was the Regal Man, was it not? Meta? Which was the doctor. Is his name Duga? I'm lost. Which was who? Oh, then yes, little mole
Yes,
man.
I've just started
sure
calling
did.
him by his proper name.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, little mole man, yes, for sure did. I stuck an axe in his face, actually, is what I did.
Oh, that axe I saw you carry away a moment ago.
Maybe. Why?
Can I see it?
Why?
I just want to look at it. It looks interesting. I won't touch it.
All right.
If it's what I think it is, I don't want to touch it.
What is that supposed to mean? That's what I say as I'm like reaching underneath the table to pull it out.
And you used it?
Well, used is a relatively distinctive term. I wouldn't say used it necessarily. I threatened people with it and maybe swung it. Maybe. Why?
He goes, He looks around. And you used it in there, and he points at the TV.
Maybe. Why? What? Would you? Okay.
What do you mean, maybe?
Okay,
Wait.
little mole man. Can we just slow down for a second here? There's a lot to take in. Okay, right? There was the TV that got sucked in, and then Sam was here, and Sam is not Sam. Sam is a different Sam, but Sam is still Sam, just in a different capacity. And then your little mole ass shows up, and now you're asking all these questions about axes and using it and questioning my maybes without answering why it would be such a bad thing if I maybe or maybe not swung the axe.
I think it's cursed.
Cursed how?
Well, that I don't know yet. And I'm not going to touch it to find out. But from the looks of it, it probably happens when you kill somebody. So what happened? Well, you didn't kill him because it was in there.
No, there was no blood.
I would recommend not using it too frequently.
What does that mean?
It's not like your day driver. You know what I mean?
Right. But like, what is the consequence of using it if it's cursed?
Well, I don't know. It could be anything. Your nose might fall off. Maybe you will start getting pussy boils all over your body, or in places that are not all over your body, or inside your body, or maybe you just die, or maybe your friends die. It really just kind of depends on who fashioned it to begin with. I would imagine because of that particular weapon, it's probably feeds the negative energy, like good for a baddie person to hold, make you stronger. However, a good person holds it, well, all in all good. Might not be so healthy. I don't know for sure. That's what I'm saying. Bare minimum.
Okay.
It's obviously very powerful.
You obviously know a lot. So here's my question for you, little man. Why in the fuck would the mandate have it then? And why would they just leave it sitting around?
I don't think it was just sitting around. It was probably in a huge stockpile of weapons. If I imagine things correctly, it's probably stolen. I would just guess.
I think stolen is a strong word.
I'm just, where that particular axe might have ended up. The mandate finds those particular things out and about. They're trying to get things put back together, right? You see? And you're part of that.
okay, fine, whatever. And Joel just like turns on her heel and starts packing like water bottles, granola bars, like, and then she's shoving the kitchen table out of the way, going down to the armory, stocking up on ammo.
And I'm a bit of a lore aficionado. I remember details of that kind of stuff. I'm a history buff, we'll say. Okay, you can put it away.
Joel is already like halfway down the ladder of the bunker, like, okay, whatever.
He starts rummaging through his he has a fanny pack.
Of course he does.
And it's like kind of a canvasy. It's not one of those slick or nylon ones. It's
like hot pink and
it's blue.
Let me correct you. It's
but
blue.
it's a light blue, and you can hear him rummaging through little noises, some beads. You hear him, oh shit, and you hear like he spills some, and he's scrambling around and doing that.
Joel is like halfway to filling like 2 extra clips for her handgun, and she just hears all of this clattering from upstairs, pauses, and you just hear 2 clips sit down very hard on the metal shelf. What the fuck are you doing up there?
Oh, just getting things ready. You hear him start humming.
What the fuck? I just quickly finish grabbing what I need from downstairs and head back upstairs. My backpack is full of extra ammo, some snacks. There's always spare clothes, some first aid kit. You know, those necessities for traveling.
Yeah. He's got what looks to be a circle of some white powder, chalk or something, that he's poured onto your carpet into a circle pattern onto your floor. He's on his knees on your floor. And inside this, he's got some marbles, a couple other little doodads, and a candle. And he's like, dripping wax into this conglomeration of stuff. Just to you, it looks like somebody's junk drawer. He's doing. Underneath that is the stuff on top of the videotape. So he's got the tape in the circle, and he's got the marbles and a couple little, tchotchkes, a chess piece. And he's doing this hum thing, and then he kind of stops, and he's hovering his hand over the circle, and he goes, oh my, yikes, oh shit, no problem, good to go. And he starts packing up his stuff, and he will swipe his hand, and he just like scoops all that powder up. Like not a trace of it, just scoops it up and like back into his pack.
Joel's face is literally visibly horrified. She's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, I can't take his path. I had to alter the course. We're going to go through the park.
What? Whose path? What?
The videotape was a map of where to go to get to where, the doorway.
Yeah.
I can't take his map because his map is hard and gross and disgusting and takes you to terrible, horrible places down, inside the houses and down into basements. And it was not good stuff. So I moved us to the park.
And you think the park is going to be any less horrifying?
Well, maybe not. But we can run.
Oh, dear God. Joel just grabs the axe off of the table, slings her backpack over her shoulder, and tucks her gun in the back of her jeans.
His way had way too many locks. We would not have been able to run.
I thought that was your job. You were supposed to open locks and open doors.
I just did that by moving them all to the park.
Okay. Great. Fantastic. And Joel just walks past him and heads out the front door. Like, whatever.
What do you got with you?
Oh gosh, I got lots of stuff. Do you want me to go through the whole list?
Yes, did you do you have an appearance change? Did you put on your adventuring outfit?
Joel is always in an adventuring outfit. She always is wearing like combat boots. Her jeans are generally ripped. There's usually like some form of a long sleeve shirt or like a flannel and tank top situation with a canvas jacket over the top. Like she's always got a knife in like her boot. There's one in like her back pocket. Her gun is always tucked very comfortably into the back of her jeans. She's got an axe in one hand and a backpack slung over her shoulder. And her backpack's got all sorts of random shit. Do we need to go through the backpack?
No, I was going to have you make an inventory only just so that you could, one, use your imagination a little bit. And then two, I was going to look at it and go, that looks like it all could fit in a backpack. And that was going to be pretty much the rule. I did give you an assault rifle. I figured you picked one up at some point.
Oh, yeah.
An AR-15. So I put that in there. What was in your handgun, your knife, your battle axe? What other weapon do you have?
There's just an extra smaller knife in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're gonna give me an AR-15, I take it.
Well, I figured you'd have your axe slung and the Berettas put away.
Yeah, there definitely would be. I think the only thing that's not up there on that top gear list on my sheet would be like a handful of extra magazines for each weapon.
I'm not too worried about that. I did track the ammo on those little things I put on there, but if I ever remember to do it, that'll be a win in and of itself. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Joel is always very prepared. You never know.
He has nothing, but when you get out to the street level, because you're going to walk to the park, it's not that far, all in all. I've walked miles, so hoofing it through a city is never always that fun, but it could be, but it's not that bad.
And then ran home. Oh, I definitely did change clothes because my clothes were soaking wet. So right. I for sure changed clothes because we don't need no butt chafing on this go around.
Let's see how far. Oh, see, it's not too far at all.
But Joel's one of those people that she literally owns like the exact same set of
just about 20 blocks, 25 blocks.
Okay.
But they're the short blocks.
I know C-map on my screen. No fair.
Well, it's irrelevant anyways. There's nothing that happens between here and there. You get to the park.
We're just strolling.
Yeah. Just regular, normal stuff. But
is Fletcher talking the whole time? Or is he relatively quiet?
He will talk about stuff, but it's usually random trivia stuff. He is... did you ever watch Cheers?
No.
Am I too old? Is that too old?
No, Cheers is definitely something I could have watched, but I didn't. I was busy watching MASH. He's like
the scroll out.
Ooh.
He's like the Cliff Clavin. Lots of trivia. He'll see a sign for a company and he'll tell you a whole bunch of stupid shit about that company that you didn't even know or want to know, probably.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I played around with another one of the KULT maps.
Fine. Is that me down there? I see it.
Up at the top.
There it is.
Yeah. Right there.
Got it.
It's a little cut off on my window, but you're there. So you can see like there's the lines represent cleared area, paths. The park is not upkept. It is creepy and scary,
great.
haunted forest like.
Complete with fog or
And well, I could have done the fog.
Not that I was asking for it.
I'm not the best at Roll20 yet. The dynamic lighting thing still throws me off, and I even had Beth walk me through it once upon a time. Doing it live, we streamed it, and I still it doesn't seem to work right. I tried to do it, and it's like it wasn't lighting up, and they've changed some things since then. And how did I get started down this tangent?
Because I asked about fog.
Oh, so yeah, this was playing with the maps. So it is overgrown, lots of bushes. You can't really go off. You can cross country. But it's going to, you're going to have to get through brambles and stuff. You can notice certain things through the trees. It's not like it is jungle thick.
Right.
So like, for instance, the big giant hole, while you have a great vantage point of it from this, from where you are, it looks like, is that a big giant hole over there through the trees? You know what I mean? And across the park, you can see the faint purple luminescent glow coming off of where the pond, one of the ponds in Central Park is giving off this purple glow. It is nighttime.
Zoe's giving you some fog advice in the chat. Thanks, Zoe.
Okay. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I've thought about doing that. If I'm just not coordinated enough. I can barely remember my own name sometimes.
It's Stage Dad. It's right there.
What are we doing? Stage Dad.
Right, ponds in Central Park, and they're glowing, and things are fun, and thicket.
Yes, and the dynamic lighting eats up a lot of resources too. I thought about giving you the fog of war, but then I'm so far behind on stuff.
It's fine. There's no fog in the
when we get
park.
done with this. Yeah, so I gave you the hot spots, but you're going to cross. You got to get across.
Okay.
Now Fletch isn't going to give you all the answers, of course.
Oh, of course he will.
In fact, he's kind of small and a weakling, anyways. So he's will be looking to Joel for protection.
Oh, great. Cool.
And we can do this later. I have your old name.
Oh.
Your true name. The rule of the true names kind of works for demons. Like bad magic people can do shit if they know your true name.
Right.
So you're going to go through. And I want you to let's do a keep it together. And this is not like a blown, you're gonna lose your mind if you don't keep it together. We're setting your fear level.
Yeah. Let the groundwork down.
11. So you're middle of the road.
My computer just spazzed. It's okay. It happened.
It didn't like that 11.
Her true name is Doja. Oh God. Only Sasha.
Yes.
So 11. So I'm a little spooky duped, but I'm not like spooky duped.
Spooky duped? Is that like when you poop in your pants?
Yeah, something like that. It's like I'm not shitting my pants. I'm just,
I farted a little. I inked a little.
You guys made me eat.
Don't you love our cult games? They're always so fucking serious.
So much fun. Okay, so we're in the scary, spooky forest. I'm a
So,
little
yes.
spooky.
There's the hole you can see to the left, which is very curious to you.
Oh, yeah.
And ahead down the path, there is a great big rock in the middle of the next clearing.
Oh. Well, I definitely would pause to look down the.
And it is
path.
an open sandbox world. So if you're like, no, I want to go straight cross country towards the light, I mean, that's something that is your option.
No, I definitely would pause and survey surroundings first, just to kind of get a feel for what we're looking at. And I definitely would turn and ask Mr. Mole Man, who I'm assuming is standing behind me in some capacity.
Mole Man.
I would like throw a thumb over the left shoulder and kind of thumb to the big hole. What the fuck is that?
That'd be a great level of spoopy too. Otter wins.
Something like that.
I like that one a lot. This is where Fletch, his expertise is over. He got the locks as softened and moved as possible, and here they are, but I don't know what anything is.
Oh. Or what could have made it?
Oh, the rock?
No, not the rock, you idiot. The fucking hole.
Oh, the big hole.
Do you not see the big ass fucking crater?
No.
Well, I definitely would
okay.
Like right through.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I think I can see that. I thought it was just a shadow. Well, I would imagine it's probably a sinkhole or maybe a large animal, or it's a doorway.
Oh.
Perhaps.
A new doorway? A different doorway? The same doorway?
He kind of like scoots around back behind your butt again.
Jesus. I want to get close to the hole, but I definitely want to find a tree to kind of like peek around.
But look at you.
Take a little look. Definitely just started just right into the woods, didn't give a shit.
That's actually awesome. Because I do have a couple of little tricks.
Oh no.
Except that didn't. Oh, fucking. They need to do something with their layering. I swear, this.
It looks like a spider web.
Man, it is. If I
don't like spiders.
If I get it to the front, but I can't find my fucking hole. Pardon me while I move the hole.
If that wasn't a "that's what she said" joke,
I was waiting for it.
Oh God, it's spider webs.
Yes.
I don't like it.
I know. See, this is why, Zoe. Do you see what's happening here as I clamber through and try to find, because now I've probably hidden the spider, because across the hole, well, not even really across the hole from where you are, if I can find my GM, and here I will turn the opacity up. There he is. And move him to the token layer.
I don't like it. I don't like spiders. I mean, Joel's fine, but I don't like spiders.
No, I hate him. This is like creeping me out just doing this. I don't even know why. I saw something that said spider hole, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool. I'll put a spider hole there. Yeah, I don't like spiders either. This one is looking at you from across the hole and making a chittering noise.
Is it really big? Like really, really big?
It is as tall as you are.
Oh fuck. You know what? Can I use animal speaker and try to talk to the spider?
Fuck yeah.
I want, I want to talk to the spider. Okay, so
How
that
could I
is
possibly say no to that?
you are able to understand. I can roll intuition. Where is intuition? There it is.
Intuit the spider speak.
Oh shit. I want to talk to him first. I don't necessarily need the options right now. We'll determine if I need the options. But for now, um, he'll be okay, right? So can I
Yes.
understand his chittering? Is it a he? Should I assume?
It's a they.
It's a they. Oh, that's worse. If that means plural or
Well, no, I
or
don't know what sex
non-gender
it is.
specific.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take non-gender specific, not plural,
Yeah,
because I
no,
got scared.
not plural. I couldn't, I don't know if I could pull that off. I don't know if I could pull this off. You can hear it. It is thinking about how hungry it is. And you can notice on the spider web, oh, that would have been a good little thing to put on there. A couple little bones.
Back away a little bit because I'm scared.
Yeah, he's kind of creeping around the edge of the hole towards you.
Oh god.
You gonna run?
No, I definitely will stand my ground and just kind of wait and not make any sudden movements. And if Fletcher is freaking out behind me, I'm literally just gonna grab his shirt and hold him in place.
Fletch, when you stand your ground, because it wasn't Curtis that was asking it was Fletcher going, are you going to run? And kind of like tugging on you at the same time. And as that thing gets closer, you can hear the trickling sound of liquid on ground. And then the sort of sour smell of urine comes wafting up because Fletch has pissed himself as the spider starts to get a little bit closer, and it gets about that far. Let's see. Do I?
It's not a T-Rex. It could be.
Could be. I was just turning the grid on. Oh. That was a lot of grid.
Hello, grid.
Yeah, it's a little better. Turn the opacity down. Those are 5 foot squares.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it's like probably within jumping distance, I would imagine from there. And it's kind of like stops and lifts up its feet and does its scary spider movie thing, where it's like, and the camera zooms in on its ugly fucking face and it's venom dripping.
Joel just gets like a shit-eating grin on her face.
It's got a t-shirt on that says Sheila and the Frodo Slayers.
Oh my god.
See,
Joel just kind of calmly, very calmly, but with shit-eating grin, like calls out to the spider, like, hey, just don't eat us yet. Not yet. Please don't.
Why?
Well, because
I'm hungry and you're right there. You look tasty.
Right. Well, that's because there could be bigger people than us. I mean, look at this little mole dude behind me. He's tiny. You're gonna be like the mid-afternoon snack. That's not gonna tide you over.
Hmm.
What
If you let me have you, he can go.
Okay, how about this? You come with me and you can eat whoever the hell you want as long as it's not the two of us.
No, I can't leave.
Why?
I have to stay and guard the hole.
What's in the hole?
I don't know.
It's your hole and you've never gone in the hole?
It's a portal. I can't let things go through the hole. In or out.
Why would a hole be blocked off like that if it works both ways?
Talk about you and dinner.
Right. So, not me, not him, but maybe something.
Can I have him?
That's to be determined, but right now I need him. So maybe not him. Yet.
I could just take you both.
You could come on an adventure with us. And Joel is like really pushing this, like in the most innocent of ways.
I love you, Erica.
Because I could technically use what I've rolled with Animal Speaker to just make the spider go with me against its instincts, but I want it to be the spider's idea.
The spider can't. You can, through your linguistic abilities with animals, you can sense that there is some portion of the spider's will that is controlled regarding that hole.
I have a lot of questions about this hole. And Joel just like throws like her head over her shoulder, like doesn't turn around, but she looks at Fletcher. What's in the hole, Fletcher? If it's a portal, what's in the hole?
The underworld. She who waits below. I wouldn't go down there.
Whoa, why
if that's what it is. I mean, that would be my educated guess, because since I haven't actually been down that particular hole, I don't really know the honest answer.
Isn't it a little more concerning that something can't come back up out of the hole?
Thank goodness for spiders.
Huh.
And a very big web.
Okay, Mrs. Spider, preferably any other. You know what, Spider? We're gonna go. But if I see someone,
don't
I will
go.
Well, why not?
Because I want to get close and smell you just a little bit before you leave.
Okay, you can smell, but you can't taste. Okay, like we on the same page about that?
They start to poke out one of their hairy legs.
Oy, 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 oy.
I want to touch.
Why do you want to touch? You should not touch. I'm not a touchy-feely kind of person. Fletcher, you a touchy-feely kind of person.
Act under pressure.
I don't want to. No.
The spider is going to strike.
Oh, fuck off, spider. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no.
A failed act under pressure.
I am upset. My life has been ruined.
Look through your moves. Look through your moves. Do I get you do it but are hesitated or delayed, must deal with a complication. The GM reveals an unexpected outcome. Well, the unexpected outcome is you do dodge as the spider tries to lunge. I'm going to move it up to the next space as it comes at you. And as you duck back out of the way, you trip over Fletch, and the two of you
Ass over tits.
Yes. Well said. In a heap.
Hey.
And I'm going to let you make a move or something. The spider is preparing, to come back in again. And Fletch is going to do something, but I'll let you go first.
I definitely want. I feel so bad. I don't like hurting animals, and this is an animal. So
it's
I
a
think
fucking spider.
I know, but Joel likes animals. Joel is animal lover.
Spiders are not.
You don't remember.
Curtis doesn't think spiders are animals. Curtis thinks spiders are tiny monsters.
They are tiny monsters.
And they just because they're this big does not mean they're not a monster. Monsters come in all shapes and sizes. Those are monsters. They are scary to look at. No matter what color or shape or size they are, there's not any of them that are pretty.
No, but Joel keeps like the house spiders like alive in her house, and she talks to them because they're her only friends, which is really sad, but it's true. So I want to like fire a warning shot, definitely near the spider's head, but I'm not necessarily aiming for the head, but I will make engage in combat if you want to push the issue.
No, you can miss for free without a roll.
Oh, thanks. I want to just right near the head, just skim it.
But I do want you to roll intimidate if that's what you intend to do.
Kind of.
Oh, wait. I always think intimidate is it's not. That's a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
I do have intimidating.
I keep trying to get you guys to intimidate somebody. Oh, influence other. That's the one I was looking for. I knew we had something.
I'm like, I can use intimidating. I do have that as a perk, but it doesn't do the exact same thing I think that we're thinking. Oh. Do you want me to influence another person?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not good at this.
Let's tie your charisma in with your weapon here, and
it's fine.
Let's see how you do. 11.
11's not bad.
Okay, and what was the specific demand?
I just want the spider to not decide to eat us for dinner for a moment. Just pause. Pause in its movements. I wanted to ask a question of the spider, but the spider has me scared.
Well, the spider does not demand better compensation. Oh. But it does sort of back off a little bit, and then yes, complications may arise as it backs off angrily.
That just hold up with the gun still in the hand. Just hold on before we make any more sudden decisions. Okay, I have a question for you, spider.
Can I ask you, food?
Oh, I am not okay. I'm not food, but
yes,
do you know anything about cursed battle axes? Perchance, you seem like a very wise creature.
Cursed battle axes.
Yes. Do you know anything about those? I mean, you've been at this hole obviously for a very long time.
I wish that I had an opposable thumb. And then I could take that battle axe and chop you into tiny pieces and eat you with a stick. One piece at a time.
That's great. Thank you. That did not answer my question like I thought it might. Fun. Super fun. Cool.
Curtis is role-playing.
I kind of want to use intimidating now because I know that the spider is just gearing up to eat my ass after that lovely response. So I'm going to use intimidating to see if they will succumb to fear and give in to my demands, which is please don't eat us, or run away and give in to me. And I hope I roll better than whatever that thing was before that one. Oh, you've got okay, 14. It's not bad.
What was the
Intimidating.
What was the stat you rolled?
A violence.
It's a violence roll.
It is a
Oh,
violence roll.
I gotcha.
Because they, on a 14, they will run away from me or give in to my demands. It's the GM's choice what the spider will now do.
It, I don't know if it gives in. It does. It scurries down the hole.
Okay, cool. I just turn as soon as the spider is out of shot and just grab Fletcher's like back of his shirt and start dragging him back towards the path. Like, okay, bad move, bad move, bad move. My bad, my bad.
Is it? Oh, Fletcher is. He's like 20 feet away behind a bush.
Oh, he's already fled. Cool.
Yeah. I should have made a token for him. I didn't.
Oh, I'm
short-sighted on my part.
I run back to path that we were originally on. I don't give a fuck. I'm assuming Fletcher's coming.
Yes. And you can advance your token up to the stone mound unless you want to do something different.
No.
There's the great big clearing in the middle. And then because there's like I imagine it like a rundown old park where you have like different walkways that are branching off from different places. So this is like that central area that would have been a larger clearing. It's got the mound of trees in the middle of it and such, but that's what that is. And then there's the path and some smaller areas.
No, I'll just come down here. Do the stone.
Make a roll plus soul.
Just trying to murder me.
I am. I'm not.
What the F? 14 again. No, GM's choice. Thanks, Pacho. Really helpful.
Yes. Oh, I like that. A great big rolled up newspaper. There you go.
I will let the spider live to see another day.
The stone is it probes your mind for a terrible memory.
Oh joy.
And because of the whole timeline conundrum and stuff, I'll just keep it simple because since you don't have, well, you can make up one from whatever in this life you want. You can also, for the shock of it, and you can tell something from the old life, your other lives, if you want. And, but you have to tell us a story of something terrible that Joel doesn't want to remember, but is forced to. And then you may have to keep it together and lose some stability depending on the story.
Okay. So, was looking for information in the city probably a year and a half ago or so, and was in a dark alleyway trying to beat up some thugs. Turns out apparently he has gang members, and they got the jump on me, of course, beat the absolute ever-living shit out of me to the point Sasha thought I was actively going to die, and decided to start trying to strip my clothes off. And that was probably the scariest moment of my entire life. And the only time I've ever really felt helpless. But a lovely old woman, turned on her light and started screaming down the alleyway because apparently I was screaming. And they took off, thankfully, but that moment plays in my head in the dark corners of the night. thinking, what if that old woman hadn't been there?
Where was Sasha?
Sasha was at work.
Oh, sorry. What was the reference to Sasha?
Sasha was the one who put my ass kind of back together because I was beaten to a bloody crisp.
After the fact. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, brain fog. And I was like, wait a minute, I was waiting for the Sasha to come in. Yeah.
No, Sasha didn't save me on this one.
Sasha was
doing other things. Sasha was being at work. Sasha wasn't doing anything illegal.
No, he was being his entrepreneurial self. I almost needed to roll to keep it together because you shocked me with that one.
Thank you.
And so you have to roll it, keep it together. Yes, you have to roll it for me. And if it's bad, then you have to suffer the consequences too.
Oh, cool. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's okay. It's not great.
That's not bad.
I
was just going to drop your stability.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just some more. Yeah, just knock it down one.
I definitely think that is a bad time to be thinking about these things while in the middle of the forest with a creeper mole man. Not that he's necessarily creepy. Thank you, Tim, for reminding me that Sasha's dead in the other world. Fuck off, Tim.
I have that video. I should cue it up sometime. I actually have 2 Sasha videos. I'm only doing this because we're ahead on time anyways, because Curtis is do you think I have anything else planned for this fucking park? No, I didn't get that far. I have lots of different little ideas of things. And
it's okay.
I also have the what I call Sasha foreshadowing his own death, which was from a different show when Sasha is talking about something and basically describes, falling to his death and then actually does it. And they weren't, that was complete coincidence.
Your cat is so upset at the screaming that happened after that game.
That was some, I think that was a little bit of death dare between the two of us because
do it, you won't.
I knew he might if the opportunity came because I started teasing everybody when the death rolls. I'm like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
Who's gonna be?
Yeah, and he was all but ready to jump on. It's hard to get people to go, I die.
It's hard. You get so attached. Curtis never kills anyone. That's because Curtis knows us as friends, but we will get very sad.
I don't. Duke always chastises my hard moves.
We just get very attached emotionally to characters. We can't help it.
I've always had a problem with hard moves. It gets worse as I get older.
You can't stand to see my poor little face in despair.
There is still the one challenge that's left because that little stone was to soften you up. And as you contemplate that event, because the stone kind of just puts it right up in the front of your mind.
Oh yeah.
After a moment or two, when you're walking towards the blue light, as that is also close, right next to the exit, you can hear Fletch sniffling. He obviously caught a bad memory too. And so he's like whimpering and crying a little bit behind you as he relives his horrible moment.
I mean, I definitely would throw a look over my shoulder. Does he try to hide the fact that he's like crying or?
Yeah, but he's he's like, because he's skinny and pale. He's like beet red. I mean, it's nighttime. You can't tell, but you can just see he probably cries twice as much liquid as just He's like the doorman at the Wizard of Oz. You know, not as loud, but the volume. So you
Oh.
can tell he's trying to, but it's not working out very well.
Joel will pull like a stop. You okay? Trying to be kind. Trying.
Yeah, but we need to go to the other side of the lake.
What do you mean? Okay. Joel just keeps walking.
He's going to, yeah, he wants to lead you this direction.
Oh, this way.
Yes, because this is your portal. However, you have to, the purple blue glow emanating from the surface of the lake, the glow makes your head spin. It also lures you to the water. And let's.
Oh, I thought I had to sneeze. I saw it came twice. It didn't come. So if anybody wants to clip my stupid face, please don't. I was trying to sneeze. Okay,
Let's
take me to the water.
yeah.
Roll me like a river. Did you ever have one of those singing fish? Sorry, that's what just caught in my head.
No, but it is it's the episode of The Sopranos that I absolutely hate.
Oh.
There was an episode of The Sopranos. I love The Sopranos. I'm a huge fan of The Sopranos, but there was an episode that had one of the fish, and it was a flashback episode where he was like having visions and dreams and stuff. And I hated that episode.
Oh, that was my okay. So my grandpa had story time. My grandpa had one of these. They're literally, for those of you who don't know, they're like this little plastic plaque, and there's a plastic fish. And when you walk by it, he picks his head up and he starts singing, and it's really cute. And I used to dance.
They all know what this. Everybody knows what the singing fish is.
They don't know, and I wanted to explain it. Anyways, that's what I was just in my head singing, and a little bit came out. It was fine. Anyways, there's a river. It's purpley blue. It's luring me to the water.
The only credit I give it is that it was singing the Talking Heads. You know, take me to the river. That's it. Yes, I'm trying to decide. Let's do avoid harm. I think this is a harmful situation, and so let's avoid that.
Is it physical harm or is it mental harm?
It's a little bit of both.
Oh.
It's going to control your mind and then pull you into the water and dissolve you.
Oh, well, guess what? It's 18, bitch. Ain't nobody going in the water today.
Yes, you can. But you get close, you can see like carcasses of animals that have like are half in the liquid and dissolved and half out of the liquid and not, but rotting.
Step away from that.
You got like half a rabbit hanging out here on the edge of the pond, dry and rotting away, but the half that was lured and got into the water, it was dead before it could get all the way in. Yeah.
That's gross. I feel like the spider should come over here for his afternoon snack. Her afternoon snack. I'm not really sure.
This is the spider spittoon.
Ew.
I don't know. That just came to me. Oh. So you avoid that. And you can look, actually I have this nice little cool glowy little portal.
Yeah, down here.
Yep.
This is fun.
I know I got one that doesn't have all the glowy stuff on it, and if I was cool, I could do like this story effect where you see the plain one, and then Fletcher pulls out his fanny pack and reaches in and pulls out a hand of white powder and makes a circle and starts to arrange the little tidbits and stuff in there with the videotape. And then it comes to life. I think my internet just like took a shit.
It did for a minute. It's okay. It's still hanging in there for the most part.
What a day.
Trying.
What a day. God bless.
It's fine.
It's okay.
I take up residence just weapons slung over shoulder, just kind of like leaning against a tree watching him do this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Because we know this is the end anyhow. This is the portal. He does this little ceremony. The portal lights up. It's kind of cool. Before that, it just looked like a little stone archway. Might have even gone unnoticed in the park as just some sort of decorative sort of arch. You know what I mean? But when magic is applied, then yes, things go.
Jazz hands.
Yeah. Everything gets jazz hands. And you can kind of get a little bit, just to tease the viewers, a glimpse through at the world on the other side of the squirrel.
The other side of the squirrel.
It's a swirl of squirrels.
Oh, cool.
And on the other side, you see basically it looks kind of like what I would describe, well, like the Scottish Highlands, like a rocky, rolling hillside, very undulating. Yes, there's a word. Huh? Are you one of those moist?
I
don't
hate
like
it.
you don't like that word either? What is it with that?
I don't. It's the way it like sits in the mouth that I don't like, and the way it rolls out.
You're imagining it rolling out and sitting in the mouth. That would make me want to gag too. Speak your words and get rid of them.
That's the auditorial version of what that word does.
It's the only words that are supposed to linger in your head are the ones that come in through the eyes or the ears. Right?
Fuck.
I don't know. Fuck. There went the monetization on this thing.
Let's be real.
I have to go out and bleep those two F's that are back to back.
We have like an actual episode that's all about nipples. What are you talking about? I know.
It may be one of them that's limited. I have some that have been limited. Not many. A lot at first. I went through a whole process of reviews. It's backstage. People calm down.
Right. Don't worry about it.
Curtis is going on a tangent. All right, let's finish the story. You see the rolling hills. It's not green. It's not pretty. It's stormy and rainy and rocky, and you don't see a person or a life other than the grass, moss, rocks, stuff. Curtis and his words these days, it's turning into a terribleness. There's a word. And in the next episode, you'll step through and you'll get to poke around just a smidge. But I really wanted to kind of spend the time talking, and I was hoping that we would have some other Manhattanites, that would come, but everybody's so busy. Maybe somebody might be free up. I bet I even offered to like schedule it, tape it on a different day, and it's crickets. Very busy people. Jayla's new job, Chris's new job, and a play. Well, not new job, big job and a play. Duke's huge ass job. He just got all his people raises. He's a great manager. I wish I had him down here getting me a raise. And you a raise.
Aw, I'd love a raise. I just got one though not that long ago. I can't complain.
So, yeah, another unglorious sort of soft finish to one of our shows because we already knew where we were going, right?
Right.
It was just the story of getting there and see if Curtis could come up with a couple of little obstacles.
Yeah, you win with the spider. I did not want to fuck with the spider.
No, and I almost thought that might be a whole bunch of effort wasted because I thought she's going to see the hole, right? And if you look close enough, you could see the spider web too, because even the GM overlay wasn't completely invisible.
I wasn't paying that close attention. I was like, what's that big ass motherfucking hole? Let's go find out.
And so I thought, you could do all this and then she might not even come over to the hole.
I'll go over to the hole.
We're venturing very desperately close to saying something terrible. So yeah, this is kind of like the end of the Manhattan thing. Next week is the official end of the end. And I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit sort of nostalgic. So, we just have this cinematic moment where you're looking at a new world. You have a new adventure ahead of you. How's Erica? Are you excited about this new adventure?
So what happened when we got the tease of the tale back in the original Manhattan story, when we did the Enlightened episodes and all that fun stuff?
Yes.
I got really fucking excited about the tale. And it was like, you got the cherry dangled in your face and then Curtis took the cherry away. And I knew it was going to wreck me when he did it. And I knew that going in. I think you were very honest about that part of it. So then I have been super excited to see what is the tale? How is the tale? How do I get to the tale? What do we do while we're in the tale? I've been so excited and wanting to hear about it because we've been in Manhattan where things are a little more modern and it's almost like Renaissance-y. There was swords and shields and it was very fantasy-esque.
I was kind of curious to see if that was interesting to you, because one of the reasons I kind of pulled back from that because I don't think it was as interesting for everybody else in the group.
Maybe not.
And I'm just saying this in hindsight, lesson learned, because I kind of pulled back a little bit from that. I have always wanted to get, I started wanting to do grimdark fantasy. So I don't know, maybe this was just my way of twisting it into existence. But now the book backs me up, so I'm golden.
Oh, we're good.
Yes. It's a new house rule.
And now I've recently sat down and watched The Witcher on Netflix, season 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
I have played a tidbit of the games. I've never read any of the books, but I really got into The Witcher. And while I was watching it, it actually reminded me a lot of KULT. And some of the monsters and the creatures.
I haven't watched it.
How people treat each other in that show and all of that kind of stuff. If you haven't watched it, it's actually relatively good. It is a show that makes you think. And that was the whole premise behind when they wrote it, was they're tired of spoon feeding people plot lines, for lack of better.
Oh, really?
That's definitely paraphrasing kind of what they said. But, we're so used to this rhythm with shows that they are like, exactly what's going to happen. You're well aware.
Predictable?
Yes. And you don't have to sit and think while you're watching them. They threw that theory out the damn window. They're like, nope, people are going to have to pay attention. They're going to have to watch this. And I am all about that.
It's gotten so formulaic. They've even gotten reality shows almost to the point of predictability. Mm-hmm. And that was the whole selling point, right?
Right.
Behind that whole genre of stuff.
So I love non-linear, hard to piece together.
Oh,
doesn't make you. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily just be like, okay, here's all the answers in one little episode and we tie it up with a cute little bow. That's definitely not how.
No, you can't tie this up like that, because you see there's still the timeline of you and Blythe in your epic forms in Heartland.
Right.
And so you have to find out how that happens. I have it linked. If the stars align, then it can happen.
I'm super excited because I think
other
that kind of idea.
High fantasy stuff have you done?
I have never been a super big high fantasy fan. The Witcher has been my recent devolvement into that. Vikings is not necessarily high fantasy, but it's definitely fantasy of some kind and medieval in a way. Vikings was my other kind of branch into it.
I liked Vikings
Mm-hmm.
to a point. They started doing the same stupid stuff.
Yeah. And like you definitely get to that point in some shows. Um,
like the last 3 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I never really got into Game of Thrones. I never got into any of those shows.
It starts out great. I would recommend it, but it's such a time and suck, right?
Yes.
And by the time, and then when you get to the end, you're going to be disappointed. So I can't. I can't. It's a great fucking story, and then they ruin it. But you have to watch 7 seasons to get there,
right? And I never played like Skyrim. I never was really into any of those games or Dark Souls or no, they were never really my thing. And so this new like high fantasy has been quite new. I've read like the Aragon books and stuff as a kid, and I really liked those. So I mean, I guess there's some form of it in there, but I definitely was not like.
Did you read Lord of the Rings?
I've watched all the Lord of the Rings.
And you watched Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, and I like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies and all those things. Like they're fine, but they've never really been my thing. Yeah. So this is a recent discovery.
I was a 10-year World of Warcraft player.
Oh yeah, we've talked about your World of Warcraft addiction. Yeah, no, it's just.
Yeah. In fact, I quit Warcraft for this.
Completely cold turkey?
Yeah, I did.
Are you okay?
I was like doing a whole, me, I was doing meta stuff, guild work mostly. I was not a raider or like, I was not a good Warcraft player. I was a bad Warcraft player, as I am in about everything. And I had a GM guild leader. Guild leader. I'm trying to remember the terminology now. Who just drove me crazy. I as I suppose there's an off chance you may actually watch this. I doubt it, but oh yeah, just
looking through.
Well, I mean, he lived Warcraft. He was on Warcraft all the time.
Ooh.
And he liked me. So he wanted me on Warcraft all the time. So it was always, when you gonna be here? When are you coming?
You gotta respect people's time.
So
we love people like that, but at the same time, you gotta respect people's time.
Yes, I do. And that's why I've always never tried to push too hard with all of this stuff. We're really kind of getting off on it, but this is, I'm stretching out the end here. Elden Ring, I'm curious about that one, although I don't have time for video games. I am curious about the story, though, so I'll wait. Some YouTuber will compile all the cinematics into one feature-length film for me. And
you'll just watch that.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. But yes, so you're going to go into a new world of all kinds of cool stuff and, multiple timelines. And technically, you could go just about anywhere you wanted. The trick, yes, the challenge in the new world is going to be kind of like it would have been then. Transportation. There's no cars. This is old world type stuff. So you're going to be hoofing it until you find a beast of burden, because I haven't decided if there's actually horses or not.
I just run into Uba.
Yeah.
Just run into Uba. We just tie everything together. Uba has horse.
Let's see. I feel like I should plug all that stuff again, but that's why I did it at the beginning, was to not have to do it now. But I know that there's people who's been shown up since I did that. So I'm going to run through them real quick, and then we'll good night, sweet dreams. Number 50 of this, a little bit of game and a lot of reminiscing, some clips, maybe some guests if we get lucky. We are also role playing for Ukraine. So give us money and we will give it to them. Whatever came in tonight, I will also advance into that as well. So if you subscribe tonight or you gave us biddies or something, again, if you want to save that for one of our next streams. But those of you who subscribed will get counted for that. Next week, Edge Runner Blues premieres on Wednesday, 8:00. I don't know on the time. I just realized I don't think I remember the time. Doesn't matter. 7 or 8. It's going to be one of the two, probably. The Dying Light finale is Thursday, and Friday is Heritage and Honor. I think they're on their 4th episode. Sunday, KULT Heartland. And then next week, we got the finale of Mysteries of Zor's Academy, which we're actually recording tomorrow, which is how come Edge Runner Blues got screwed. And their premiere is next week because I double booked. And so, yes, then their finale will be next week. Lots of shows ending and new shows coming. Edge Runner Blues and then Fallen Angels.
Tim says 8:30 p.m.
8:30
Standard Time.
Oh, even better. I like it. I'm starting to get used to these later shows. Not that I used my prep time very wisely today, but
hey, that's neither here nor there.
What's a show? Unless Curtis gives a whole lot of self-critique, right? Fallen Angels is coming soon, and Renaissance City is coming soon. And if you haven't listened to that, you should. It is, I think, by pound for pound, some of the best concentrated entertainment the TTRP theater puts out. Cream in a bag. That's all I got to say. Go find out. Hats and sausages. Lots of good stuff. That's it for us. I'll be back sometime. I have lots of little surprises I want to do, but I don't make no promises. Gosh, I feel like I need to say something and I just can't think of what it is. So
Discord, YouTube, all
Discord,
of that fun
yes,
stuff.
they all know that. If you're not on our Discord, that's where all the good stuff is. Go sub on YouTube. We're up to 1115, I believe is the count.
Ooh.
1,115. We've been moving right along, keeping pace with where we were. It was nice. We've got some videos that are dropping soon. How to Mork Borg and how to KULT. I have another one of those coming. New stuff from the new books. And yeah, that's it. So I'll run some trailers. Good night. Sweet dreams. We love you.
Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Oh, I know what I forgot to fix this too.
What did you forget to fix? Oh.
And as we like to say, good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
We love you. Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Goodbye, internet. This isn't actually goodbye. I will scroll on you until I fall asleep later. Bye.
Holy fuck, you guys are